Welcome back to my YouTube channel, guys. So in this video you are essentially going to be hearing me talking about how to grow your social media, how to make money out of social media, and how to use social media for business, and a little bit about my story and how I got into the whole social media thing. But I just want to say, guys, that in this video I do talk about making money, and I know making money is a bit of a touchy subject. Sometimes people think that it's unfair that people with a large social media following are able to make money from it, and some people think that it's not a real job. But hear me out, okay? Hear me out before clicking off this video and before skipping and before thinking this girl is talking a load of shit. I want you guys to just hear me out, okay? Everything, if you do a service for somebody, then in the world, typically you get paid for it. Now, very few things people do for free. I give out free content on my social media every single day, whereby it's like an Instagram post with a caption and Tickner's tips on my Instagram stories. My YouTube videos, it's all free content for you guys with all informational stuff. And so now I have decided to bring out my 2 new ebooks, and then that's something which people are going to be paying for, because hopefully people trust my opinion, and maybe, I don't know, just think that through all the other free content that I do, it's now legitimacy. So it's taken me 3 years to build up all this trust, with 3 years of working for free. Obviously I've done a few sponsored posts in the past, but if I do a sponsored post, I make it very clear. I'm not like one of these people where it's just like, oh hey guys, this bottle is so perfect, I love it so much, it's so amazing, buy it because it's amazing. But like, I would put a hashtag ad or put hashtag partnership so that you guys would know that it is a sponsored post, or I'd say at the post, this is a sponsored post. I made it very clear in the past that, like, when you guys use my Gymshark link, it's an affiliate link. Anyway, I've been rambling on for a long time now, so I just want, before you kind of, but everything in this video, I want you to realise that business is business, and at the same time that I love helping people, and I'm so passionate about helping people. But if I can make money while also helping people, because this is a full-time job and I am a university student, if I can make money while helping people all at the same time, then I am going to do so. But I would never do anything that I don't agree with. So I just hope you guys understand that, and I hope to think that the majority of people on social media are the same, but I know that a lot of people aren't the same, and obviously that kind of breaks my heart a little bit, and it also makes me a little bit sad, because it means that due to those people see people like me who I'm genuine, like, and I would not do something I don't agree with, but due to other people doing stuff that is just wrong in my eyes, it makes people that do have the right intentions look like they also don't have the right intentions. So I hope you understand that, and this is my first ever bit of public kind of speaking, so that's why there's a little bit of ums and ahs in there, but it's pretty exciting for me, and I hope you guys enjoy it, so enjoy.
Lauren Tickner, who's going to come and talk to us today about how she has absolutely dominated on Facebook and Instagram. So please give a warm round of applause.
My name is Lauren Tickner. I don't really like the term influencer, but I guess I've built up a reasonable following on social media through my kind of fitness and lifestyle type content. So basically I'm just going to run through, I guess, how I started on Instagram really. So what I did was, I would always see people engaging with each other in the fitness community back about 3 years ago, and I kind of thought to myself, I really like this, I want to get involved, but I was a bit scared to do it because I was worried what my friends would think of me. So I decided, rather than on my kind of normal account, I decided to make another fitness page, which was private from all my friends. I kept it, you know, you could make it either private or public. Mine was a private account. Over a period of time, I then decided to make it public, but I was posting photos where it was like a progress picture where I didn't have my face in it, but you could like see my body and like gym clothes and stuff, just to kind of engage with people and to be able to share people my progress. And then everyone in my school found it. I was in upper sixth at the time, and I was absolutely mortified. So I then changed my profile back to private again, and just was really put off it for a period of time. But then I decided that I was going to, you know, work on improving my content, because I really thought I had a message to share with people, and I really wanted to just be able to build a community, as it were. So I then started posting more informational stuff, such as, you know, workout routines, exercises, recipes, and things like that. And my following just kept growing and growing. And I put this down to, I'm going to talk about it a bit later about how I've grown my following, but I mainly put it down to providing value and being consistent and staying true to myself. So as I built my following on Instagram, that was my main platform, then I decided to start a YouTube channel where you can go into a lot more detail about your life, really, and because people really want to see the whole fitness lifestyle. They don't really care necessarily about just a selfie of your progress. They also want to see what you eat, what you do on a day-to-day basis. Are you able to go out with your friends and just have a normal social life, or is it all just fitness? Because I think a lot of times people tend to think that if you are into fitness, you have to do everything fitness. You can't drink, or you can't do anything else, which is relatively normal. So I guess I post stuff like what I eat in a day, and then you can see there I did the 10,000 calorie challenge, which is like my most popular video so far. But my YouTube is still a lot far behind my Instagram. I've got 10,000 subscribers, whereas on Instagram I've now reached 83,000 followers. And then something which I'm doing now is building up an email list, which I'm going to talk a little bit about later as to why an email list is really a really valuable thing. Next up, I'm going to be talking about how to grow your following. So yeah, first things first is, if you're not providing value to people, then it's likely that they aren't going to be very keen to follow you. So when I say value, I mean you kind of want to give people what they want to hear, but also tangible ways of actually doing it. So for example, I post practical advice every single day on my Instagram story. So what I do is, it's like this feature which is now called Tickner's Tips, because my surname's Tickner. And it's where I basically give, like, every single day I answer a question which I've been asked. So I put a screenshot up of the question which I've been asked, and then I just answer it. So it's kind of like a Q&A every single day of one question, so I can go into a lot of detail, and people keep coming back for more and more. So now, every single day, I'm getting consistently over 10,000 views on my Instagram stories. So that's, I guess, something which attracts people to keep coming back. So yeah, consistency. So as I said, I do it every day, and I'm also posting onto Instagram an actual Instagram post at least once a day, and then I do 2 to 3 to 4 YouTube videos per week, because if you don't post at least once a day, people really look, the world moves so fast now, people will forget about you. So yeah, you need to be posting every single day, and it needs to, as I said, be this valuable content. So yeah, focus mainly on 1 or 2 platforms. So for a long period of time I was only focusing on Instagram, and then I built my YouTube. So I now focus mainly on the YouTube channel, and then my Instagram one is kind of a secondary one, because now that I've got a certain amount of followers, it becomes this snowball effect on social media, especially if you are being consistent, providing value. It just tends to kind of snowball up and up and up. If you're spreading yourself really thin, then it's hard to do one of them really well. So I'd say if you're wanting to build a social media following, whether it be for your business or for just yourself, like what I do, I'd say focus mainly on one and then have a secondary one. And then yeah, ask people for feedback. So if you're just posting and you don't know where you're going wrong, or why your following isn't going, then it's really important to ask people how you think you could improve, and what you could do differently, or because maybe they might give you an idea which you haven't thought of before. And then that could be something which you could do. So I had never really considered, for example, doing the 10,000 calorie challenge, and then a few people told me that I should do it, so I did it. And as you saw, it's gone down really well. In about a week it's got already 40,000 views. So collaborate with other people or other brands. So if you are a company who maybe there's another company which you could work well with, then that's really good to do on social media, because it's just like a shout out, but it seems a lot more natural. So I have met a lot of friends through the social media fitness industry, and then now whenever I meet up with them, we'll like take a photo together and post it, because if they've also got 80,000 followers, then that's likely that the majority of them are, well, probably about, I don't know, 60,000 of them are totally different people. So my content is then going to be seen by this whole extra load of people who may then in turn decide to follow me. And then finally, you want to build up trust. So you want to make sure that people are seeing you as a legitimate source of information. Fair enough if you've got a large social media following, but it's not really any good when it comes to actually monetizing this following if you are not a trusted person. So if you're somebody who's constantly, very obviously doing sponsored posts, then it's likely that your followers aren't going to trust you because they can see that in every single one of your posts that you are being paid for it, and just after a period of time it just makes it seem like you're, I guess, a bit of a sellout, and that you just take your followers for granted just to earn money the whole time. And this is really, really important if you ever bring out your own product or if you are a company, because if you're not trusted by people, then it's very unlikely that they're going to part with cash, which, I mean, is one of the most, well, if you're a business person, like I'm sure all of you guys are, then it's likely that that's your main aim, is to eventually make money from it. So yeah, turning my passion into a business. So it's all well and good having this following, but if I'm not then monetizing it. So I started off doing kind of collaborations with brands whereby, oh yeah, actually this is what I want to say. You don't need anything to start a social media account. All you need is your phone, which more or less everybody now has a smartphone where they can just download Instagram and you can start posting right away. So if you do everything like that I said before, provide value, consistency, all that stuff, within your niche or whatever it is that you want to be doing, all you need is the app and your idea. So with my fitness account, what I started off by doing was having collaborations with companies whereby they would like send me a product, and in return I would just have to post onto my Instagram account. And so I was just getting kind of free stuff all the time, but then after a period of time I realized that my posts are worth money. So I started charging for posts, and of course at this stage a few companies drop off and they don't want to work with you anymore because they may not have a budget, but so slightly larger companies or companies who are really keen to break into the social space will then pay you to do a post. So it's like a business partnership, and this is, I guess, money which I've now earned, which I can then invest into future projects. And so yeah, companies that I've also got relationships with is like Gymshark, so that's a affiliation. So what happens is I have a link which people can shop through, and then I get commission off that. And so yeah, I've worked, and then the company Influencer, Ben will be talking about that, but that's a company that connects people like me to brands in order to do collaborations, so sponsored posts and stuff, which, yeah, it's just a way of earning an income through the social media, and then obviously this income I can either use it as a normal income or I can invest it in future projects. I mean, this one I didn't need an investment for, but ebooks. So I'm now bringing out 2 ebooks, which are, one of them is coming out on Friday, it's a training program, and then the other one's coming out in a couple of weeks' time. And so this is a way which I've managed to kind of, I guess, use my following in order to build a business for myself. And then in the future, I will be investing the money which I've made into further projects, but at the moment, that's a secret. So thank you very much, and I'll see you.
Killed it.
The most important thing with is actually picking the right one to match your target audience. So as a brand, let's say you're a fitness brand. Obviously, we've just heard that Lauren is a big-time fitness influencer. And if Lauren was to start promoting a protein product, people who follow Lauren are interested in how maybe she gets in the shape that she's in. People are interested in her workout routines. So if she starts advertising a protein product, people are going to listen to her and take that protein product too. So that's where it works perfectly. I mean, of course, you can look at it from the reverse angle. If Lauren starts promoting too many products, doesn't that make her look like a bit of a sellout? Well, the thing is, Lauren, as do many influencers nowadays, they won't promote products which they don't actually believe in, because it's in their best interest not to do this. If Lauren starts promoting products like protein brands which don't even work, she's going to lose her followers because people aren't going to listen to a word she says. And in business, there's one thing which is more important than wealth, and that's reputation. It's pretty easy to, well, not pretty easy, but it's easier to build back up your wealth than it is if you destroy your reputation. If you've got a bad reputation, you've got a long hill to, climb back up.
I used to use Snapchat daily, several times a day. I would just talk to it, do a story, just advice, fitness advice. But now I do Instagram stories instead because I get over 5 times as many views on my Instagram stories. So for me, it makes a lot more sense.
There are some brands who maybe we don't reject, but we wouldn't use for a certain demographic of influencers. So Lauren, for example, fit brands really want to use fitness influencers just because they think that that's going to be the best recommendation. But fitness influencers know that fit teas are all absolutely rubbish. It's just
don't even get me started
she'll get
on
crazy. But yeah.
Is there anything that is an immediate no-go if a brand comes to you, Lauren, and they say, they really want to partner with you? What are the things that immediately turn you off when?
Detox teas or anything which is kind of obviously a load of BS. For example, those powdered nutrients, just stuff like that honestly drives me crazy because they see me as a good kind of person to be an ambassador for it. Because obviously, I guess people kind of respect that I would be giving them legitimate information. So if they think I'm promoting some detox tea or something, people will think that the reason why I'm in the shape I'm in is because I use detox teas. And then also things like teeth whitening, type of Ben one time asked me if I wanted to do a collab with a teeth whitening company, and I said no, just because it doesn't fit my brand. And so I think I'm very picky with which companies I work with, whereas it's pretty obvious some people you see, to people who maybe aren't in the social space necessarily, they may not realise that some of my friends probably wouldn't realise that these people are just obviously promoting things, but it can become very obvious when it doesn't fit in. It looks kind of just random, I guess.
It's also important not to promote this. Sometimes I was saying in my speech, you will lose followers if you promote products which aren't on your feed. Your followers will be like, that's so big, what you actually do.
That is it, yeah.
The question was, what's the most important factor in starting a business yourself?
I would probably say persistence, but also you will have so many failures or things which might seem like failures along the way, and it's not falling at that hurdle.